Hey, here we are. I'll keep the mic here first, and then we'll see what people say, and we'll change it. Hey, folks.
I'll lean
Hey,
in a little
folks.
more.
How's it going?
BBT. Do I know you by a different name?
BBT. It's kind of shirts BB-8 wears.
BB call.
BBTs.
BB call T. So funny.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those things. If it's not funny, you just laugh at it till somebody else
Yeah, you
does.
lean into it.
Yeah.
Nobody ever has to laugh at my jokes. I laugh at them myself.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing? Art C Designs. What can we call you? What name can we call you? Unless you just want to be called Art C Designs. What's up, folks?
Hey, Aaron. Our UK friends who don't sleep.
UK friends that don't see. Art. Okay, cool. We got you.
Like Art Bell.
Art. Good to know. We like to call the folks by their names.
I'm like, we got names of art person.
Yeah. So before we get going, we got Brad here as always on the couch here. Then we have Mrs. Scoot back here. She's on the couch today.
I'm here eating. Yeah.
She's eating dinner. So also, let me know if you guys can hear Brad, because I know last week some people were saying they couldn't.
Sounded good on replay.
It sounded good on replay, um, but I'm gonna try to mess with a few settings because Brad does all the talking. Everybody's saying hi to you. Brad does all the talking, so you want to be able to hear him because I'll get into drawing and then I won't be interesting. So. I'll keep that a secret between us. We'll give it a couple more minutes, maybe see if some other folks join, and then we'll get going. So I've got 4 sketch cards here left. No, five left. And we're gonna be just seeing how many I can get through. We're not gonna put a time limit on it or anything, but 2 of them I've chosen. So I put out a post on Instagram where I was asking for suggestions, and I got a lot of responses. We got about 30 responses.
Oh damn.
And Corey demanded that I draw one, so I told him I'd do that for him because he's Corey King. And the other one I kind of chose was one that I've been wanting to draw for a while, Grifter from the Wildcats. So I'm gonna do those 2. Those are artist choices, but then we have Captain America over here. Got our boy Captain America over here.
Best of the best of the best.
So
Honors.
Ashley's gonna pull names from that, and from character suggestions. I wrote them all down earlier, put them in Captain America, and she's gonna draw, and we're gonna see if I'm feeling that character. If not, we're gonna draw again. So. But that's how it's gonna work, and yeah, it's not gonna be like when Brad and I did the 10-minute sketches, but it's gonna be.
Dude, we got to bring back the 5 minute sketch. That was cool.
Yeah, was that 5 or 10?
Yeah,
I thought it was 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I put some more in since then.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna do some sketch cards, but yeah, I'm not gonna rush through them because again, Corey's gonna be inking them, so I want them to be good. I don't want them just to be a quick craptastic sketch. So hey, Annie's here.
Welcome, man.
Hey, Andrea. Yeah, Grifter was my favorite Wildcats character. So
My God, what have we become? But please hit the like button because you need that kind of stuff. And Scoot and Bot.
oh yeah,
Scoot and
yeah.
I are always fans of the thumbs
I,
up.
I need you guys to smash the hell out of the like button.
We throw
Like, like it, unlike it, and then like it again.
we throw the thumbs up all the time.
Thumbs up. So
We tried to do it earlier, hoping Iker wouldn't be asleep yet, but
yeah, I guess it's 8 o'clock in Florida.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably been asleep for about 2 hours.
Oh, you got references on your phone.
Yeah,
I was like, how
Yeah.
many more arms do you need?
wrong one. We're gonna go here. So, oh, Phoenix is still here. Here's the current progress on Phoenix for anybody that's wondering. It'll be done once I'm finished with Fire.
I think Aaron's playing the game, playing the odds. He buckshotted and told me that he was coming just for me. I have a feeling he told you the same thing.
Yeah, he did. He messaged. Did he message you?
He did.
Oh man,
What a two-timer.
What a two-timer. We ain't about that two-timing life.
This is gonna be how we start our feud. So we go on his podcast separately and talk trash about each other. It'll hopefully I'm not the Marty Jannetty of the Rockers. never heard,
put your head through some glass.
never heard from again.
Yeah. So again, can you guys hear Brad okay? Because if so, I'll stretch this mic out a little closer and put it more in between both of us.
You'll be all right.
So yeah, we got.
We'll get a setup at some point where I'm closer to the mic and then I can see the chat. You get the chat like 5-10 seconds before me.
We'll get a wider disc.
Mega disc.
A mega disc. With Dave Mustaine. Mega disc. So he's a bit quiet. I'm gonna do something real quick. You guys tell me if this is better or worse.
Oh no.
Let's try that. Tell me if that's better or worse. Say something.
If it's worse, we can just adjust later.
Yeah. He's obviously going to be much quieter because I'm closer to the mic, but
Ooh. Hey Justin.
Hey Justin.
Yeah, and I'm also not directing. Like right now, I'm looking at the mic and directing my voice towards it. Sometimes I'm stopping to look at the chat and look up again. So
Yeah.
maybe if I'm addressing for long term, I need to make sure I'm focusing on the mic.
But like he said, he can get louder.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick before I'm gonna show some of the cards I've already done. So we got Magneto here. Plus I got a new light here. You guys can see the reflection, but got Magneto. Hey Bear. Got Magneto.
Which one's better?
Is it Tana? All these have been obviously posted on my Instagram page. Black Canary. Null. Cyclops.
Heyo.
Hey, Cyclops. Venom. Is what's a Scoot drawing without Venom. Or Carnage. Carnage. Then we have Aspen from Fathom. Oh, Special Witch rocking the Fathom Aspen t-shirt. You guys should check out Aspen's new Kickstarter for the new volume of Fathom. I've already backed it.
And everybody needs to understand what an event it is that Scoot's not wearing a black shirt.
Yeah, it's a major happening right now.
He wore a white shirt once, and I think a
wears
satellite fell out of orbit. Like it was something.
Invincible.
Arts. I don't think he's posted the Phoenix yet, but when he does, just hit him up with a DM and he'll send you a high res on it.
Yeah, I haven't posted Phoenix yet because it's not done. Kiani, here's another Fathom / Aspen character. And then we got Ahsoka Tano, whatever you want to call him. So yeah, I haven't finished Phoenix yet. I just got to do the fire around her legs, and because I finally got her leg where I wanted it the other day, because I was struggling to get it right. I finally got it right, so now I just got to do the fire. And I could have finished that on stream, but I worked on Phoenix last week, so we'll do something different this week.
Something new and exciting.
Something new and exciting. So let's see. We're gonna try to zoom in here, get the camera a little bit.
That looks nice and bright.
There we go. All right. So we're gonna do Grifter first. Again, he was my favorite Wildcats character. Super BA character. BA Baracus character. And again, if you guys have any questions, send them in the chat. Brad will read them out to me. Hey, Johnny, what's up, man?
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, that Phoenix commission will is going to Corey. He's going to be inking the original for the guy that's getting the commission. So yeah, there's that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing.
Corey, I threatened to wear my Zentai suit, my full all black Zentai suit on stream, but that's maybe that's a super chat percolator. I missed the Wildcats too, Manny. That was the best cartoon show.
Yeah, cartoon show was awesome.
What?
Yeah,
Solid.
yeah.
Oh no, no choreography, Aaron. It's just a catastrophe in the making when I dance. I'm sad like that. I love that Jim Lee got to sell Wildstorm, and now he's was he CCO of DC and still probably one of the best artists in the industry. But
Jim DC Lee.
but he I'm sad that like Wildstorm really doesn't have a place. It shows that like I know there was part for the new 52 had a little bit of it, but then I believe that is I'm kind of wading into waters I don't really know with DC. But it like that whole like Wildcats are gone and all that stuff with them, and kind of sad, you know. Like it's even if Witchblade only pops up every once in a while, it's still nice that it could still exist out there and pop up whenever you want it. Hayashi, I was scared. I was about to start calling. I don't know what 911 is in Canada. It may be different, but
We were about to call Mama Hayashi.
yeah, Mrs. Hayashi. Oh, well, Grifter showed up. That's cool. I that's good to know people are still using those characters because they were really fun.
Maybe sometime in the future I should do like a Team 7 picture. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, blatant X-Men copy, but
Oh yeah.
if you're gonna do it with style, and they definitely did that. Even Chris Claremont got in on that. He saw Jim Lee create him. He's like, "Hey, guy, I see that's the X-Men.
Yeah.
You're gonna want me for an arc." I'm like simultaneously trying to look over your shoulder, and it's. I just need to watch on the screen. I guess we can, with your shirt, we can bring up another thing, even though maybe more people come in. But
Yeah.
Scoop got something he wants to do, and it costs money, and so I guess we're putting it to the fans, to the crowd. Is Scoop can explain more about what that Aspen Kickstarter? Is it just Aspen Comics, or is it Fathom in particular?
It's Aspen Comics doing it, but it's the new volume of Fathom.
So
it's called Fathom the Core.
Yeah, so they're starting Fathom back up, which I really wanted to write, but I guess I'll let somebody else go for now. But they have a tier where you get what 200 copies of a comic,
Yeah.
and the perk is Scoot gets to draw the cover, and then he can sell it. So he'd have a variant cover for him. Scoot doesn't think he'd make his money back, and I think we could be able to sell them, and it would be a super cool little extra thing. So we were kind of seeing, you know, all the people in here who support Scoot. Would you want to buy a sketch cover? We probably end up selling for what, like $5?
Yeah, I mean, maybe even less. I mean, it just depends. So what this thing is so it's a pretty big upfront cost.
It's $600.
$600. But you get the opportunity to. It's mainly for retailers. Like retailers have the option to get their logo put on an already made cover of the new Fathom, and or if they have an artist in mind, they can have that artist submit their artwork so they can have their own retailer exclusive sketch cover. Well, one of the tiers gives the option, like Brad was saying, for an artist to submit it themselves, so they could have something to sell like on their website or at conventions. which is super cool. And obviously, it goes to Aspen for approval, which I mean, I'd go all out, so I wouldn't worry about it getting approved because I'm gonna take this thing to the woodshed. Um, but yeah, we get shipped. At the time, we would get shipped 200 copies of it for us to sell as we please. Now, obviously, it's a big investment, so we'd have to try to make our money back. And it's a big chunk of money, so we're trying to gauge would anybody be interested in buying a comic that has my artwork on the cover. You know, it's not even my interiors or anything, obviously. But
Shoot, or even if your local comic book shop's interested in supporting, small artists and they want to bring stuff in like that. I mean, I'm sure our three comic shops around here would put a few on the shelf just to sell, the seller especially. But yeah, I thought it was a good. I was wondering why he hadn't already signed up for it, but it's just, I guess, investment. You want to make sure you get your money back. Prince, I mean, maybe it's because our experience is, if it was 200 sketch covers, maybe, but
yeah,
your original art always sells better than your prints. But I think it'd be a cool novelty item, and something people could put on their wall, and I think we could sell a good chunk of them right away.
hey, that'd be cool, Aaron.
For the shop, Aaron, do you own a comic shop? What kind of shop you talking about?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, we even talked about like maybe just throwing Scoots like coffee or one of his whatever PayPal or something up and see if people just wanted to almost do like a low quality
Yeah.
Kickstarter where we just maybe some we could offset some of the costs because I'm willing. I told him I was like, how much you need me to send you, but offset it a little bit by just seeing if people wanted to throw a couple of bucks, and if you gave him more than five when they came in, we'd mail it to you wherever you go. And oh my God, Aaron, that is so damn cool. I did not know how have we been talking out on the internet so much, and I just found out you own a comic shop. Woo!
That's
Uh,
cool.
but yeah, that's probably the biggest thing we were going to talk about tonight is Scoot wanted to do it. My only stipulation is he had to finish the last page of B Movie Saga 2. But otherwise, I'm not supporting
Which
him.
is close.
I would sabotage him on the internet. But yeah, and Johnny, I didn't miss your question. Scoot is the older of us, but he was born in '86 and I was born in '87, so there's not a huge difference in age.
Not a huge difference. At all.
Yeah, pretty darn close, almost Irish twins. Hey, working and managing is more than I do in a comic shop. I actually had the gentleman who owns 901 Comics. He partially owns 901 Comics and he owns 901 Games. It's a gentleman named Shannon Merritt. Super nice guy. Saw him yesterday. Magnificent beard right now. He was opening a comic shop somewhere else really close by, like within like 30 minutes of Memphis. And I kept telling him, "Hey, let me manage it for you. Let me be your manager." I was like, "You don't need any other employees. I'll work that thing 6, 7 days a week, open to close, and I'll just sit and write comics behind the counter while when it's slow." And he kept saying, "No, man, I can't pay you enough. I can't pay you enough." I was like, "You underestimate how much I hate my job."
Yeah.
And it was funny because I kept talking about it for a long time, and finally, he thought I was kidding, and finally one day he's like, "You know what, Brad? I think I might be able to. And there's a apartment above it, so you could just live above and not have to rent a house or an apartment." I'm like, I would live and work above a comic shop, and it was like he went to scout the location that he was about to rent and start, all the process that goes into renting the place and down payment and start moving all the stuff in and getting all the shipments and stuff. And he looked across the street and somebody was opening a comic shop across the street on the strip. So got blasted at the last minute, and that was where my dream of working in a comic shop got destroyed. Oh, Matt, the Kickstarter thing to back to get all the covers is $600. And that's why we said, like we have money set aside to do art stuff. Like if Scoot wants to go to a convention and it's more than he wants to front out of his normal money, we've got a fund set aside. But at the same time, $600 is a good chunk of money for us. So it's we're like I said, we're just trying to see if somehow we might be able to offset it a little bit, and that would just make life a little easier on us. Or I guess
it's more just gauging to see if
who
would be
if people want it.
interested.
Yeah, and I still something I think you need to do is one day you just need to drop every piece of original art you have in your story. I see people do it all the time, and they'll be like, "Hey, just ignore this. I'm just dropping these that are for sale," and then you save them as like a I forget what like the story compilations or whatever you call them on Instagram, and that way people can look at them. You can have that, so it's just like a poor man's storefront because we don't want to do like store envy where they take a cut, or I guess we just don't know enough or care enough to find another way. Corey knows how to ride a coattail. He's like, oh, he wants to front it because his name will be on it too.
It probably will.
I assume that's what it is. It's a full color cover. It's not
it is,
it's like ink covers. It's not just a sketch cover.
Corey said, "I'll do $599. Who's got the other dollar?"
We can get Hayashi to pay, and then it's Canadian dollars, so it's more.
That's right.
We don't have to raise as much money.
I'll take it to Aspen and be like, I got your money. They're like, this ain't enough. It is in Canada.
Aaron, why do you have $1? You're supposed to pay for everything in tea. Yeah, still I could put your Aspen cover right next to your Iron Spider, the Superior Spider homage you did.
Yeah.
So that's still like if the house catches fire on my way out, I just like slam dunk, jump up and grab it right out the house.
Oh, y'all let me know if I get off screen because
I guess I should be.
I haven't put markers up or anything.
Just getting too intense, too into it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, Aaron, when I have a few. I don't have any like bills, but I've got some of the money from when I was in London and various places around because like everywhere else just uses the darn euro, so it's all the same. And I've got a few British pennies or whatever the heck you call them, and then a few yen coins like from when I was in Japan last. It's fun having weird money. You can look at all of our presidents that are actually butchers and murderers. And Aaron, I can't wait till you guys get to come back over here, or we get to go over there. Looks like stuff. Fingers crossed. Don't want to jinx it, but looks like it might be sooner rather than later.
I just want to go to a convention again.
Think of how many people we could pull into the booth if we had Aaron or Matt Seaborn over here with their
accent,
beautiful accents, and like, why are all these women swarming Scoot's booth?
Whatever the reason, keep it up.
Yeah. Well, these women are just like, I love this Superman. Like, yeah, that's Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. It'll be one of those things where we get like I forget what it's called, but it's like
I think you're going off a little bit on the screen.
Okay.
But
Just
you're
off
kind
the
of at
top.
the top left.
Okay.
The
I need to put some tape
well,
markers.
the thing is ours is a little behind, so like Scoots is
let me
over here.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
Your painter's tape.
Yeah. And put up some tape markers. This is a direct access to behind the scenes action right here.
Yeah. I don't know why we didn't think of putting like a hitbox on the scene before.
I did once when I did one of the Instagrams when I was doing a sketch card, but I took it down because obviously it's lumpy underneath my paper while I'm drawing. So.
Aaron, you and Seaborn live close to each other? I mean, considering like the United States where it's massive, England's kind of tiny compared to us, but you can't say, oh, I live in the United States and it may be like Portland where it's 40 hours by jet.
Or Iowa, where
Yeah.
people don't know if you're alive or dead. So
Is Iowa state yet? I thought it was in queue behind Puerto Rico. Oh, that's super cool. I remember Matt was streaming with Scoop for a while there, and old boy did not have a phone, so he was just like POV casting couch, holding his phone while he inked. And so I was like, he was having a tough time with money at the time, I guess. And I was just like, dude, send me your address. I'm gonna get on Amazon UK and send you a phone holder. And when I did, I snooped his home on Google Earth, and I was very happy to say it lived up to the stereotype, and there was just a pub right around the corner, like walking distance. So it's super cool. Hey, Art Jedi. I don't know if I've met you, but that's a cool name.
have you seen his stuff he's been posting? Corey, did you see the Spider-Man with all the buildings that Corey inked?
I don't know. Corey inks so much.
I know.
When was this? Was this
Recently.
Was
recently.
was it between 8 and 12 today?
No, not necessarily. But anyway, that's Art Jedi.
Well, if he's working.
How old are you? You're like 15, I think. 16.
Oh, gosh,
Making me want to throw up for how good you are.
that was like before we started. I saw Gabriel's only 20. Esquivo was only 22, and I'm like, what's he gonna be like when he's your age? Like, give him 10 years, and it's gonna be out of control.
Chase your dreams, kids. Chase them early.
Yeah, and that sounds like old people thing, but
it's true.
Scoot and I are definitely we'd never stop chasing. Shoot, if we had nobody in here streaming, or if the apocalypse happened and we couldn't stream anymore, we still make comics and stuff together.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I mean, do it before you have bills and life stuff. Makes life easier.
For sure.
Oh my God, all you supple boys in here. Aaron said he's same as Gabriel, or Gabe. I'm not sure what he goes by. All you 90s people born in the 90s.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to start coming in and like you gotta be this tall to ride the ride.
Yeah.
It's like, did you see Lion King in theaters?
Did
The
you-
animated one, not the Jon Favreau one.
Only the Jon Favreau. Okay, we'll let that slide.
Yeah. What was the first Disney animated movie you saw with the CG?
Toy Story 4. Get out of here.
Toy Story 2, like, I respect.
Yeah.
Did you cry in theaters? Don't lie.
Don't
You all
lie.
did.
We all did. For sure.
I don't know, where we've been posting. Was it on Twitter or is it Instagram too? Because if it's on Twitter,
It's both.
I'm just terribly not active on there. I only go on Twitter to go in our little chat group. Jeez, Matt, I just got your message, and I'll tell Scoot to check his PayPal in a second. And,
Do you want me to check it out?
I mean, you can. Well, do it after you finish the sketch card.
Okay. We're getting close on Grifter here.
And I guess he's getting like a sketch inside of his or something like it.
I thought it'd be cool, like if you know, say we did a little pre-order thing, like we could do like remarks. A lot of people do remarks on
Yeah.
stuff.
All the Scoot Squad people who've always been in here.
Yeah.
Or shoot, even just be like, hey, $5 shipped and in the mail to you. If you want to do more, then do a remark. If you want to do more, maybe we'll throw a head sketch in there on a, just a regular piece of Bristol.
Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe we get enough order to where it's like, God, people want these ink too, so we can't feasibly send them all to Corey, so we just have to make a trip to Iowa. Maybe he can meet us.
You hear that?
Maybe,
We're going to Iowa.
No.
or maybe he can meet us somewhere
I'm sorry,
normal.
Corey, but no.
We drove through Iowa going to.
It was the most
Mayo Clinic.
boring state I've ever driven through in my whole entire life, and I feel
And that
bad
says
for
a lot.
you.
That says a lot.
I don't know,
Oh.
man. I've been to Martin, Tennessee, and that's pretty rough. Like,
Pretty rough. Everything just looks the same when we were driving through Iowa.
just a time loop.
I keep saying we either need to meet Corey at a convention or he just needs to like meet us in Disney or something. We all go to Florida and hang out.
Oh man,
We can get a condo together.
we all take one of the basketball team and we just lead them around. Like I'm sitting there just holding one of his kids. I'm like, can't I skip the line? My son wants to get on this.
You don't understand. His dad's Corey King.
And then they kick us out.
Yeah, we know him.
That's when Corey walks in and Mickey's like, "Get the hell out of here!
Oh boy, not again.
Told you weren't allowed back." We'll meet at a mutual location.
A mutual location.
England.
England. Yeah. Let's go.
I can't. Like I said, whenever they come, like I can't wait for Matt to come over. He steps off the plane. I'm gonna give him his jug of sweet tea and his gun, and then just so he can be as American as possible.
Welcome to America.
Yeah. Feel free to shoot it in the air. It's okay.
Yeah.
And then when I go over there, I am drinking a Guinness to be as stereotypical as I can, and also because I like it. Thanks, Johnny. That he loves this stream. It's fun because this is it. I'd like to say we're putting on a show, and these are characters like before me and Scoot like chest bump, and we're like, all right, let's do this. Let's get into character.
All right, bro. All right, bro. You ready?
But this is kind of what we do anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not really going out of our way. It's not.
Like I said, it's the reason we do good at conventions.
Oh, there you go. Robinson cricket bat. Creme de la egg.
Good movie.
Oh yeah. I mean, like some places, some stereotypes you need to lean into. Like when I went to London, I found like I went online and some foodie ass website and was like, "What's the best fish and chips near me?" And I was not disappointed. Like the fact I grew up, you know, we have a pretty good fishing area around here. I mean, not Tennessee necessarily, but going like to the Gulf.
Yeah, the South.
Going to the South and the Gulf, you know, good stuff. But man, that fish and chips made me sad. We won the Revolutionary War. Like England deserved that victory. Oh,
Guys, I'm so sorry. I dropped my phone.
Oh,
Excuse
shit.
my!
Excuse me.
I
Sorry.
just shat all over the place.
Oh my God! Like, man, you have snow right now? Please tell me not now. It's May. It's almost June. Hey, Johnny, even if you don't think you're ready, I mean, Scoot's got plenty of pictures from his shoot from even 10 years ago to show he wasn't ready to start drawing.
Nope.
Yeah, that's how we are. Like, whenever people, of course, Memphis is known for their barbecue, and everybody comes in. There's some famous places, like Rendezvous is probably the most famous. And if you go there, it's not like you slummed and like, oh, well, you went to the tourist trap. It's still delicious. But usually, like, in Memphis, when you want barbecue, you need to check, is there, like, iron bars on the window? How, like, it's kind of like in a rainstorm where you count the thunderclaps. How many gunshots did you hear? Because it gets
Oh, you all right. You all right.
yeah, it's like, oh, three per minute. This is gonna be good barbecue. And then like, there's got to be like some dudes in there playing chess or something, or talking, like reading the newspaper and talking about current events. There's a feel, there's a whole thing, and like, I mean, there's got to be like stacks of charcoal outside the back door. You just pull them in and just.
You have to smell it. Well, Brad can't smell, fun fact. But you have to be able to smell it like 30 feet, or no, let's say 30 feet. That's too close. About a mile before you get to them, you need to be able to smell it.
Yeah, that's let's say a few kilometers for our English friends. Yeah, the shadier the better. I mean, like, if you like, all right, I'm gonna go. Like, hey, Brad, why are you putting on that tactical vest? Like, I'm going to get barbecue. Like, oh,
Oh, I'm coming with.
that's gonna be baller. Like, yeah, pick me up a pulled sandwich. Oh, you're in Canada, of course. There's always snow. I did not like we got so many Canadian people in here.
The Art Jedi said, I can't tell if Scoot is smoking a joint or if that's just a pencil.
It's an eraser.
Oh,
It's an
I thought you
eraser.
meant your tape thing. I was like, you rolled
No.
that fast.
No. I erase a lot. Fun fact, I erase a lot, and this tiny little eraser helps me with all the detail because you know I like detail. So I just keep it in my mouth. So I can see the confusion.
Aaron said similar. If you travel to a town, no matter how far away from London, if the fish and chip shop's near a man selling fruit who is Cockney, it's a good one. Like, I've got to like, sir, do they sell fish and chips? Like, I didn't understand him, so I'm assuming yes. Yeah, I want to come back and like rent a car and just go to some of the smaller. Because of course, like when I came to, I say England. When I came to London, I went to London and then went down to Salisbury and Amesbury to see Stonehenge because I like that kind of stuff. But I really just hung out in London, so to say I saw England is inaccurate. So it's time to come back and we get a rent a van and then we'll just load up comic people and we'll just travel around like the English.
It's like a punk rock tour.
Like a punk rock tour, but instead we're just touring the English countryside, going to Scotland and stuff, and then just write comics and draw. Corey's in the back trying to eat while we're on some bumpy dirt road. Yeah, I remember looking Aaron. I remember looking him up, and I was like, when I looked up his house where he lived, he's moved since, but I was like, dude, I was 20 minutes away from you by like the crow's wing. And that's the thing is like, man, at that time when I was in London, me and my girlfriend at the time hit several different countries. We went to London, then Lamsbourn, Germany, Athens, Greece, Rome, and Paris before heading home to Texas of all places. But it's funny because the one time we almost got lost and stranded far away from our hotel was in England, where we speak the damn language. Like Germany, no problem. Athens, Greece, I didn't know how to say hello in Greek or anything. Any Italian, no. French, I was all right on because I was studying at the time. But like England, I'm sitting here and we're just like misunderstood people. There were no buses running. We couldn't get out of Salisbury. So then we had to take the one cool thing is we got to stereotype and take a double-decker bus to Amesbury, and then we're trying to find a train. Then we find the train. We buy tickets, and they're, good Lord, they were, I forget the equivalent, basically like $100 American. Going back to London, finally, we're sitting on the train, and they're like, and my girlfriend's like, I think we're on the wrong platform. I was like, dude said it's 2. The 2's right here. And I'm like pointing at it. She's like, that's a little 2. I'm like, he didn't say go to the big 2. And then we go and ask. I was like, but you know what? We've been lost all day. Let's go ask. And he's like, oh no, you're supposed to be down here. And it's literally one of those like Home Alone moments where her and I were running and she like jumps onto the train and I have to like cartwheel through the door as it's closing on me. Yeah. And it's just like, and the whole time, just mind the gap. And I'm like, yeah, get out of here.
Grifter's done.
Good stuff.
Fun character. Alright. So the next one, we're going to see. We're going to see if I can make it happen for Corey. The Dark Knight Batman.
It's not going to be as good as Laugh Man.
Yeah. Dark Knight Batman. I got to look up a reference because I'm not familiar with bad characters. So.
You knocked that out in, 43 minutes for the stream, but it was, we did some preamble there too.
Yeah. Good Lord, Matt.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. I guess we're going to make it happen, and you probably get a cut of those.
How many do you want?
How many would you like? Wow, dude, that's awesome. And even at 1,000 followers, I can get super chats.
Oh, yeah. We are, what are you, at 75 today?
Yeah, at 75. Tell your friends. Matt, that's super cool. You definitely didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate it a lot.
Hey, Johnny, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, see you, man. I'm sure we'll talk later at some point, Johnny. Have a good night, man. Okay. Let's see.
Pulling up reference now.
Yeah.
Tiny Ear Batman.
Is this like the I did not spell night wrong.
The
Is
Dark
this
Knight Returns, I guess.
yeah, Corey, correct me. Is it like the Dark Knight Returns Batman you were talking about? Like the one that's real stocky and like thick?
The answer.
No, not yet.
One of his kids probably kicked him in the head and bloodied his nose or something. There's always some misadventure.
The Misadventure of the King Family. Oh, I assume that's what he's talking about, Dark Knight Returns, or because he's
Yeah,
like an
Frank
older
Miller.
older Batman, right? Yeah, Frank
Yeah.
Miller.
He takes over all like the weird mutants at the end. That was fun. Superman was fun in that. Kind of a government.
Yeah, you can tell he's old. Like he's seen some shit.
Yeah, with the big logo on it. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Using a statue as reference.
Yeah, I like those because it's kind of 3D, and I can just transfer it into my style. But I know that Batman had a lot of like wrinkles and detail. And,
It was a sketchier style. Even,
yeah, it was.
But even me, like not being a DC fan, Dark Knight Returns was a fantastic read.
Okay, well that's the one we're gonna go with. Corey hadn't responded, but Matt said it is, so we're gonna trust Matt.
Comics do that a lot, where they'll do like a time skip, and they'll be like, "This is what's the future will look like." Marvel did it with Earth X, which was very long and laborious to read, but usually when they do that, it's fun because you get to jump ahead and see what happens to them. Days of Future Past was a similar setup, at least.
Yeah.
But this is fun because it was kind of, as much as I like Superman for being the Boy Scout, being the good guy. It's like what happens when he stops kind of questioning morality and just listens to the government. That's when he became like the kind of like the fascist watchdog, and it was really really unique. And they nuked somewhere, and I want to say in South America. Somebody can correct me.
Yeah, I've never read this story, but
I had a when I was still working at Target, Poplar 9240, and hating life. The only good thing was there was a guy who talked comics. There were two guys there who were really into comics, and one of them, he was the diehard Batman fan. Like he thought Batman could beat Thanos. He doesn't care. Batman can beat everybody because Batman can beat everybody.
Batman could do no wrong.
Yeah, and it was kind of annoying because we used to do these nerd drafts where we'd be like, all right, well, we did one where it was pick 3 female characters, and we just sit around and like argue them, and then choose a winner. And it's just like we put like $10 in, and just see who could, at the end you get like $50 or something. I almost won once with Captain Marvel, because there was like the setup was that they were in space, so she was near a black hole and went binary, and just
nice.
Something like that. I think Death won because it was like, what are you gonna do? She could, but oh god, I forgot my tangent here. Oh, but he was like, dude, Batman can beat anybody. He's always prepared. I was like, dude, these nerd drafts literally like they got plucked out of their universes without any prior preparation. So like, if you throw Batman into like, if you pull him out of any mission and then throw him into a fight against, Doctor Doom or somebody with powers, I was like, he's not going to win, and he would not hear it. And it was funny because sometimes it annoyed me, then sometimes I'd troll him. But the good part was he had a massive Batman collection and loaned me like Nightfall and The Long Halloween and Dark Knight Returns, a bunch of really, like, I guess the stories you have to read if you've read Batman, and so it got me a little knowledge into the DC universe. Take it easy, Matt. Go be a dad.
See you, Matt. Have a good night, man. I appreciate it again. Corey just responded. He's got super lag.
Yeah. Probably Iowa internet.
Yeah.
the guy on the bicycle who pedals and powers his internet slowed down. You go wake him up. I'm sure the Batman will. Good because Batman's kind of iconic, and then if you do sell these, Batman will sell fast.
Yeah.
Yes, hold it down for me for a second.
Brad's gotta go poop.
Help. Just me. Gotta hit the head.
That's too low.
All right, we back. Sounds like you guys
Dinosaur
were
store.
quiet.
We're back at dinosaur store.
Oh, what joke did I steal, Aaron? I go for volume over quality, so sometimes I forget what jokes I make. I just buckshot and hope for the best. Oh my god, Corey's logged into Usenet right now. Oh yeah, the man on the bike. I usually say that about Martin because Martin. I remember when Animal Crossing came out last year. My sister called me. She's like, "Hey, my not Annie, my other sister Misty." She was like, "Hey, we're updating for Animal Crossing. Did yours have to take 9 hours to update?" I was like, "It did not.
You sure didn't.
It updated in under an hour. Actually, in under 15 minutes." Like, it would have been quicker for her to drive Adam down to our house, update it, and drive home. I didn't even think of that. Poor Martin.
Poor Martin.
Poor boy. You just give him a nutsack chin. You've drawn Thanos.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
got
here we go. Thanos.
done.
Done.
Oh man, that reminds me. Back in the day, Scoot was drawing this sweet picture of Link, and he left his table after drawing the head, and I put a stick figure body on it. And I was like, "Hey man, I took care of it for you." He was so mad that it would not erase.
It was dark. Like he had to be pushing down with both hands.
I chiseled it in there. He erased it and he drew over it. You could still see it.
You can still see it.
It looked like Link was wearing a Blair Witch now.
I was so pissed.
It was so funny. Yeah.
That was not funny.
Yeah, Aaron, it was basically carrier pigeon at that point. Like, mail your Switch to me and I'll mail it back overnight.
Chris Sellers joined.
Chris.
He said, "Is this OnlyFans?"
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, everybody's joking. But one, I don't know if Mom's watching. Maybe I need to make OnlyFans. What from the South. We try not to curse in front of our mom or tell too aggressive jokes, but
And she tries not to laugh, but can't help it.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Nothing's better than when you tell a joke that you know parents or grandparents aren't supposed to laugh at, and they'll try to like they give you the disappointed eye, but you know that deep down they're like, "Wish I thought of that."
Yes.
Chris, you've been crushing it on your fitness routine, man. Looking good. I want to come hang out in that nostalgia room. That would be cool to stream from. Throw in a little. Well, I guess the computers would throw it off, but maybe we can get one of those old apples with like the blue back on it and stream from that. Fit the mood.
What are you talking about?
The Apple computer. 'Cause Chris has a. Have you not seen his retro room?
Mm-mm.
He has a retro room that's like 80s, 90s, and it's like got a VHS and all
He's
that.
been posting it on Instagram. And
It's,
Facebook,
yeah.
you can see.
Has a bunch of posters from movies of that time.
Sweet.
Really fun. Yeah, and I told him he needs a. My contribution was you need a mailbox, and it's like a wall mailbox where if you walk in that room you have to put your cell phone in it, disappear, and just play SNES like the good old days.
Like last night.
Yeah, I know something's going on. No way Corey's ever this silent in the chat. I like that Corey in Iowa, USA, is lagging more than Aaron, UK. Cord-powered internet.
God. That ethanol internet.
Just a man out there shoveling coal into an old, like, steam engine furnace or something.
This stream is way behind. I'm listening to it, and y'all are talking about the nostalgia room right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it lags
It does.
behind a little bit. That's why I turned the sound off on here, otherwise I get a weird echo. But, yeah, Chris, I mean, I'm the same way. Like, it's kind of like when I go out to eat with people now, I turn my phone on silent and I'll put it face down. Just because, trying to engage people and be in the moment. And nothing better than, reliving Super Mario Kart moments and then your phone rings and throws off the whole feel. You could have just said the one thing I can pride myself on is being better than Iowa. You didn't have to throw internet in there.
Corn-powered internet.
Oh, Bear, I was telling Scoot that I'm gonna have to set Bobby back up my tube TV and practice Mario Kart. I was doing awful last night, but I was doing better than ever. So maybe
Better than Ezra.
maybe 20 years later I'll be good at it.
I make that game my bitch now.
I don't. Mario Kart 8, yes. Double Dash, yes. Later on. Slipknot and Corey's Inks, the only two exports from Iowa that we like. That's what Aaron said. I missed the Slipknot wagon. I don't know how much you got left, but you are crushing this one. It's I've been putting about 15 in. If you're keeping track of such things. Well, I am. So I keep track of those things to help expedite things later, like when keeping track of things when we sell them at conventions.
Yeah.
Corey's main contribution to Iowa was the population increase. Which I believe he works on tractors, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
Like, Brad, where do you work? The Sweet Tea Factory?
He's doing it. He's doing Iowa right.
Yeah. If there was a Captain Iowa. He'd wear overalls, but and right now he's lagging so hard he just has to take it.
A flannel cape.
He can't respond.
He can't defend himself.
You know, we're not supposed to kick somebody when they're down, but whew, is it fun? Bedtime for you, Corey, or for the kids? Because I assume you don't sleep. You sleep almost as little as Matt Seaburn. Hey, John. Then he can't fight crime to the harvest.
All right, next week's stream, Captain Iowa.
There was a joke going in our chat for a while about me writing a comic
Please, Scoot, really
called
big
The King of Iowa, and he
Yeah.
had a hay crown.
I hate crown. Jeez.
His overalls, his hammer space overalls, where he hides all of his weapons. He fights crime, but he's got to have some kind of vehicle, or be a speedster. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to get between cities fast enough.
What's your power? To live in Iowa.
Yeah, survive.
Survival.
Avoid suicide. Oh. My goodness. Like, Corey, why do you have so many kids? Iowa.
Yeah. You can answer everything. Why do you work at a John Deere factory? Iowa.
If you ever miss the stream, we're gonna have like 50% less to talk about. And God forbid he's ever in the room with us.
Earlier he said he was going to be outside the window.
We need the 8-second delay on him. Get demonetized so hard we have to pay YouTube. Like, can you make belching jokes on stream?
Goodness.
I'm gonna check that out.
Okay. Doggo.
That's true. It's like how all the Russian superheroes are battle hardened because they trained in like Siberia. It's just a different kind of street, I guess. I can't believe they actually went outside. Usually they won't leave you while you're drawing.
Yeah. Where's Murph at?
Huh?
So where's Murph at?
Oh man, yeah, he hasn't come in here yelling. Throw up the kitty cat emoji. I don't even know how to do it on here. Like, I've been in so many Stagman chats, and like people throw up the chains, and I'm just like, yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I'm just like, cool.
You guys can't see it, but I'm throwing up chains here.
Yeah. And mine just says chain.
Chain, chain.
It's an harvest did. Oh god. Yeah.
I believe in harvest dent.
Oh my god.
Oh god. So stupid.
Scarecrow's just Scarecrow. He's still the same.
Oh
Oh
god.
my
That's too perfect. Harvest dent. Oh god.
Oh my side. Oh
Oh,
god.
that's so stupid.
It's so good though.
Oh.
Oh. Now everybody's brain is on fire trying to think of pun.
Oh, yep. How to top it.
Gosh, Corey's still stuck on that kicking him while he's down.
Oh.
Internet Explorer Corey today. We might as well just stop the stream at this point.
Yeah.
I don't have anything nearly that funny. Oh my god. I don't remember Wild Dog. What was that about, Art? Regale us, because I'm gonna Google it while we do it. fictional superhero. Oh, he's in DC. Man, I do not know that. Well, he is September of '87. Got a ski, like a hockey mask on. I'm sure the Canadian guys know him then. If there's anything hockey related.
What about that the hockey goalie superhero? What was his name?
Oh, Guard.
Guard. Yeah.
Gaard.
Yeah, dude.
That's from he's from Fantastic Four.
I hope he's in the Fantastic Four movie.
I would cheer and be there'd be two people that
Yeah.
knew who he was. It'd be like when we saw Avengers and we all the people who knew Thanos was.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, oh, yeah, Cowboys in this one.
God.
Yeah. We'll do that sometimes where we have a group chat with the Starnes brothers and us three and then our cousin. And we'll get into a pun competition where we're trying to everybody's trying to perfect a joke and it's just bouncing back and forth. And usually it'll be like, all right, you won.
All right, you won.
I love when people bring stuff like Wild Dog. I never heard of him, but it's always cool when people bring him back and make him relevant. That's what I liked about Rick Remender and Cullen Bunn's run on Venom with Flash was like I think he's like Crime Master and the UFOs and Jack-O-Lantern, and took them and turned them into like fun, serious threats that they were never gonna threaten the entire universe where the Avengers needed to come help, but they gave Flash a good challenge and it made it fun and down to earth and gritty. I really liked it. Similar, Christos Gage does a lot where he would bring in smaller enemies and use them for like Avengers Academy or his runs he does on he'll do like Spider-Man tie-ins. It'll just be like they're like, here, you can't pick anybody above a C-lister, and he's just like, yeah, give me this guy, give me Frogman, and I'm gonna make a good story.
Frog waifu.
The Frog Wife, that's a different one. Oh, Wild Dog from Iowa? Well, I guess we know what Corey's first cosplay is.
I thought that was Raw Dog.
Oh, no. God. You're up a little high. There you go.
I still got the tape. I'm still drawing on top of the tape.
You could see what you were working on, so it wasn't too bad, but you were losing, the top of his head. Harvested. Get out of here. Duck out there.
You can leave now.
Yeah, Stoneman, and really stupid character. There was some but I'll say this on Stiltzman. I love the I think a good comic argument is who has the better rogues gallery, Batman or Spider-Man. They both easily have the most iconic rogues gallery. I choose Spider-Man just because I like Spider-Man more. But who has the worst is Daredevil. He loses.
Yeah.
His only good rogue gallery comes from Spider-Man. Otherwise, he has awful villains. Maybe now they're a little better, but starting out, God, it's just they didn't know who to make him fight, and it was just all of these jabronis, to use Jerry Lawler's name, just awful people. But then you got Wilson Fisk, and that's Wilson Fisk is so iconic that somehow they were able to use him in the Netflix series, even though whatchamacallit had all the Spider-Man stuff. Then again, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I think his first appearance was in Spider-Man.
Who?
Kingpin.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, his net worth and in the fictional universe is $40 billion. So
Right.
yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 50,
Yeah.
July 1960.
I thought it was pretty early.
It's crazy. You always think all this stuff came over time. They've got 50 plus years of continuity. But like, if you read the first masterpiece, the first 10 issues of X-Men, Stan basically established almost everything that you see to this day. I mean, of course, characters and stuff, but like Xavier says to me, my X-Men. What's his name? Beast says, "Oh, my stars and garters." Cyclops' powers are his spatial awareness to where he can bounce his optic blast around is established super early. You know, a lot of Magneto's powers are. He retcons Namor as being a mutant within those first 10 issues, and he introduces Jean in like I think it might be the first issue, but the real early, yeah, it's the first issue. He introduces her and then shows that like the other guys are all competing, but Cyclops is winning them by being like dark and brooding, and it's all this stuff that seems like it. You know, surely they built it up over like a 20-year period. It's like, now Stan was knocking it out of the park right away.
Well, Stan. Holy shit.
Yeah, Aaron, you're right, dude. There's so many times where you're like, I wonder where this character first appeared. Where did Eternity first appear? Oh, well, I think he might be Strange. But so many things are just like Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four. So many characters. Annihilus. I've got Scoop bought me the first appearance of Annihilus. That's one of the giant-sized Fantastic Fours, and the sad thing is that they're so early. So if you want them, you're like, oh, this character's. I love this character. I want it. Oh, well, the issue's $12 grand. Whoops.
Yeah, I'll never have the first Nightcrawler.
God,
Or the first Angel.
Yeah, that's why I like Cyclops. People are like, oh, do you get key issues of Cyclops? I'm like, I get cool covers of his because I can't have his first issue.
Yeah.
I think your poster on the wall is the closest I'll ever get. Dude, first Silver Surfer would be fun. That's a good issue. I've been reading the Defenders Omnibus, which is super fun. The main team being Doctor Strange, Namor, and Hulk, with Silver Surfer and then later Valkyrie being a member. Super fun. I didn't know Valkyrie's first appearance was in Defenders #4. I would have surely thought she came from Thor. And then
She came from Defenders?
Yup.
Wow.
Defenders #4, and then there's some weird stuff like I think Roy Thomas is the gentleman who wrote it, and he was talking about how he wanted it originally to be Silver Surfer, but Stan Lee was so protective of that character he wouldn't let anyone write him. And it wasn't until Stan left Marvel in any kind of like creative capacity that people were able to use him, and he was able to bring him into Defenders. And I think by that time he was gone and someone else, even something, was writing. But super fun stuff. It also shows that like Doctor Strange has gotten depowered, because at the time like the Avengers had no idea who he was, and he was like absurdly strong. Like they had to have the nameless one with 2 heads or something that could stand up to him, who creates pocket dimensions with a mere thought, you know. And Hulk was strong, but like Namor has really gotten nerfed recently. Well, not so much recently, because he could fight Hulk to a standstill in those issues. And you know, it's really interesting to show that why they were the Titans 3s, because they're just the crazy strongest people in the Marvel universe at the time, like stronger than Thor, and it was a lot of fun. Woo! Aaron, you need a temp to work there with you? Come get my work visa, and suddenly Fantastic Four #1
All right.
disappears.
We're gonna call this one done.
Oh, Burr.
So, Batman. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to Captain America. So she's going to draw one out, and we're going to see who it is. We're going to see if I'm up for it, because there's some in there that I can tell you right now I'm not going to be up for. Doesn't mean I won't draw them at a later time, but right now I'm not going to be up for them. So go ahead and draw one from our boy Captain America.
Hope it's somebody with a weird name. I want to hear Ashley try to pronounce them.
Or if I can remember what their real name is. So I have Lady Death.
Lady Death. I could do a chick character, I guess. Let's do this. Let's draw 3, and we'll choose from the 3. Let's do that.
Yeah.
You may
So-
leave Lady Death out though.
So Lady Death, yeah, leave
Then
Lady
two
Death
more.
out. Or maybe people can vote on him.
That might be good. We maybe draw 3 and have them vote which one they want.
I'm gonna specifically come to England just to hang out in your
This one,
comic shop.
Bishop.
Bishop, oh, that's a good one.
So one more.
Yeah.
The chess piece.
Just the I with an M over it.
And then what's the last name? Spiegel?
Spike Spiegel.
Oh, from
Spike.
Cowboy Bebop.
So we have Spike, Spiegel, Bishop, and Lady Death.
That wasn't part of the thing, Bear.
What did he say? I vote Gambit. Nobody voted Gambit, but I did have two separate people do Optimus Prime and Megatron. So
Optimus
Here's
Prime
the-
would be
you want
rough.
you want to put those 3 up and just have them vote or something?
So I'm if it's me, you know what? I'd do any of them. Spike Spiegel, Lady Death, or Bishop. Lady Death is basically just a chick head, so
And then she has the
white eyes and
She has the little curly Q as well.
yeah.
Jodie Hauser, who writes a bunch of comics for Marvel, and she writes something called I think it's Critical Role or something. She posted like a throwback Thursday of her as Lady Death, and her lipstick was immaculate. Like it's beautiful. Like it looked like Corey inked it. It was so on point.
Spike Spiegel.
Is that what we're doing?
I don't know. I'm just looking at pictures of him because he's so anime. So every time I go to draw somebody that's anime, it's tough.
Do you want me to redo it? Can we do another one?
No, it's fine. It's fine. We can change
Oh, hey. Oh.
Oh, Murph. Lady Death, Bishop, and Spike Spiegel.
All right, dead air. Choose one.
All right. Hey, and you found how to do the cat emoji.
If you're gonna drag and drop it,
There's Corey. All right, we're gonna give it another 15 seconds, and we'll see.
that's okay, Corey. We balance each other out. We can.
Everyone is drawing Spike. Do I want to compete with everybody drawing Spike?
Do you want to shame them?
Man, I don't know. He's so basic.
I can draw another one.
That's okay. All right.
Well, we still have Bishop and Lady Death.
All right, we're going with Spike.
Shouldn't we maybe just do those 3? See how many you can knock out.
Let's see.
We got 3 bishops in the chat.
3 bishops.
Yeah. Should do Spike and do Bishop.
All right. All right, let's do Spike real quick. He shouldn't take too long because I have my own style obviously, but when I see somebody that's an anime character, it's hard for me to deviate from that because there's such an iconic look. Like everybody knows what Spike looks like, and if you draw him with too small of eyes, if you're going for realism, people are gonna know. Like he's not gonna look like Spike. So
I guess you could I don't know, you could lean into it like Fopel, Strong Goku. Just did his stuff.
yeah, I know. What's his name? Brett Booth has been drawing a lot of anime stuff, and his stuff is killer. But he's also Brett Booth. So.
Sure. He's drawn. I was so excited. This is gonna sound bad, but he was drawing X-Men.
Yeah.
I was so excited for it, but it's legacy stuff. So it's stuff that's not in the current continuity. Like it's not part of Hickman's X-Men.
Yeah.
And so, I guess maybe it works better because he's drawing the classic costumes and stuff. But I was really just wanting him like. It makes it feel like, oh well, we brought Brett Booth in because he's better at classic stuff. Like, no, he's good enough to be current. Like he can do the current stuff and it'd be awesome.
He's one of the best comic book artists ever.
Yeah. Matt, you missed our pitch for the Captain Iowa comic and his villain Harvest Dent. That's about it.
Oh god.
You better draw him, Scooter. I'm gonna be mad at you.
Oh, Indy Aaron, that'd be super cool because, I mean, because like I said, like it seems like they're like, oh, we're just gonna pull him in to do these little side stories, and he is not. He is a headliner. Like he's not an opening band. He doesn't need to open for somebody. He needs to be the main event, and like that's I would love for him because especially since Lionel Hughes no longer doing interiors because he was doing most of Hickman's X-Men, which I love because I'm a huge fan of Lionel Hughes, and then he just does covers now.
What are you guys' thoughts on characters on artists that just do covers? Like fans of it, or would you rather see them interior artists as well? Do you like your interior artist to be your cover artist?
See, I like that. I like, and I'll say this even more with like indie stuff. Like a lot of people will like they'll front a big artist like $5,000 and get them to do a cover. Like, oh, here, J. Scott Campbell, do this cover for me. And then the interior is just their regular artist. So it'd be like us, like, oh, we're going to release Atlas Beetle #1. And then, oh, the cover's by Brett Booth, but Scoot did the interiors. Now, that's not too big of a deal because your art's great. But it's like, I get it. I get the point behind it is to draw someone in. But to me, it feels like a bait and switch. I don't like it. I like to be like, oh, this looks like an indie comic. It feels like an indie comic. Let's, support it that way. But
I also feel too that it like the interior artist isn't good enough to do the cover. That's what it kind of feels like sometimes.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think I don't know. Also, like to me, I'm going to use Lionel Hughes as a example again. Is I love his art so much that just seeing him do covers. I mean, the covers have all been amazing, and he's been doing so many covers, I just can't get enough of them. But at the same time, his interiors are so beautiful that it feels like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good analogy, like the best pitcher in the world for baseball in history, and they're like, we've got this guy, but he's just going to throw the opening pitch. Yeah. Like, what? Get this guy out here to strike folks out, throw a perfect game or something. Like, I don't want to say it's a waste because he said it's what he wants to do. So clearly, what he wants to do is the most important thing. But me as a fan I'm just like greedy and I want more of his interior artwork.
I'm sure they make a lot more being just a cover artist. Well, maybe not a lot more. I know that they get good money being just a cover artist.
Oh yeah, I mean, and you can. I mean, Deadline's probably way better.
Yeah, has to be.
Don't look at me brown and white. I'm petting you. Oh my gosh, X-Men and Spawn, that's cool. Yeah, it seems like the Spawn universe thing, I can't believe there hasn't been more spin-offs in the past, but it's cool it's cool he's getting a lot of work, because for a while there, he was just doing commissions and stuff, like it seemed like nobody was hiring him.
He kept petitioning to be on an X-Men.
Yeah, I had a hashtag going for a while for him, and I didn't get it, like, I was like, maybe he's like secretly like this jerk, but every time he talks to people, he's always super nice, and he was one of the most responsive artists when people ask for art critiques on, Twitter. So like, I was like, maybe he's like secretly a douche, but he seems nice. Like, mean, maybe he just wasn't. Maybe it just. There's a billion different reasons why, I guess.
Yeah. Ain't for me to decide. So.
Yeah. Got enough trouble trying to get traction with us and
Yeah.
to worry about somebody that well established. Like watching Mallrats and all the people that they got to do the opening credits. Can you imagine? Those credits would have cost almost as much as the movie to make.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Joe Quesada, David Finch, J. Scott Campbell, God, they were just like, it was like a who's who of people from the 90s just in the credits for the cover artists. And it's funny because some of them were like wildly inappropriate because it's a Kevin Smith movie. But, yeah. I think Brett Booth is sort of like one of those artists up there like Jim Lee, who, ever since I've seen him, he's been producing beautiful artwork.
Consistently amazing.
Consistently beautiful, and he still can just rock interiors. Like, a great example of somebody who's been around forever is like Deodato Jr. He is, but if you look at his old stuff, it definitely feels like early 90s. You know,
for sure.
His art now is absurd. I love his art now, and even then, I love his 90s stuff. It's great. It's so, like, seeing his Wonder Woman, you feel like the 90s in there when you see it. But like, Brett Booth is just like, looking back at his Backlash Spider-Man, it's still incredible. It still holds up. It's definitely, the writing and everything's very of the time, but it was just great. You're gonna knock this one out in like 2 minutes. Yeah, I agree with you, Matt. The fact that he helps people out is the best. And even I'll say that for David Finch, when Scoot took him his art, he didn't just say, "Oh yeah, good art, pass it, good good luck, buddy." He stared at it for a good long while. I mean,
before he even said anything, he was staring at it.
Yeah, he was really absorbing it. I saw a few people in line that he gave work on this, kind of skated over some stuff. But a lot of people he was, and I guess we lucked out because we went early that day and there's barely anybody in line. But he wasn't rushing to get it through, even though at times he had the longest line going there. And he took the time to sit and tell Scoot what he thought, tell him what to do. And Bush was basically stop being lazy and just draw more, but find the time.
It was he said I over rendered something, so I put too much detail into something.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense. He was like, "Hey, I used to do this too, but you don't need to put all that detail in the background. It's just gonna get washed out." And you're like, "Oh, good point." Yeah, and I've seen like the feedback I've seen Brett Booth give is, one, he gives extremely helpful stuff, like tips, and he doesn't seem to overload you. He's not like, I've seen some art that he could clearly say throw in the trash and start over, but he'll be like, "Hey, it looks like your biggest problem is arms. You need to work on the anatomy of the arms, how long they need to be, and then the perspective, and then
he'll show it.
Yeah, he'll show it, and then people will redraw it, and he'll be like, much better. So now this, and
because he is one hell of a gesture artist.
Like, yeah, so it's clearly like he could do like a course on it, like just teach people to draw.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's good, because I've seen some real, like, people who are real full of themselves.
Some real scumbags.
Yeah.
If I ever get to that level, I want to make sure that I try to get back like that.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, we did it when we were, before the pandemic, we were streaming almost once a week at the Cellar. Every Wednesday you were off, and then sometimes other than that, we were streaming at the Cellar, our local comic shop, if you're ever in town. Great place. Jason is a wonderful guy. Known him longer than most of my friends. We were streaming there, and people would come by and see Scoot, just like, "Oh man, hey, I was drawing this," and like, I remember we were in the middle of just Scoot was knocking out a commission or something, and a guy was like, I don't know how to draw eyes, and Scoot gave him like a 20-minute tutorial on eyes, and like, here, take the sheet with you, and it says you can follow this when you get home, and
I love that stuff. Like, I'm definitely not in a place where I feel like I could be a teacher of it, but I love showing people what I know. It's not a ton, but I love people showing.
I'm telling you, that's why you need to do the Wonder Woman piece soon,
Yeah.
so that you can go, here's my 2012 one, which I still want to show, and when we do, we gotta have like the
Yeah,
horror
no,
movie
we gotta
sound effect,
we gotta
like,
put up a parental advisory
where it's like
'cause it's man, it's
the same sound as when you turn around and Jason Voorhees is standing there.
yeah.
That's what you got to.
Because man,
And then maybe we'll show that one. Maybe you could do the exact same pose.
that's what I was thinking.
That would be because I mean we don't need to do the Savage Land pose. I think that's one of a kind commission. Let it be done. Never seen again.
Yeah.
But if you did the exact same pose, you could even maybe we could get Iker to do like the side panel over here. Well, maybe we don't want it that permanent. But you could even just show like here's what I'm doing. And,
I can insert a picture. Like right now, if I wanted to, I could insert a picture.
oh, cool.
And-
But I mean, you could have it to the side, and be like, all right, so here you can tell or her body's not twisted right, so here's how I'm correcting it. It would be a fun tutorial, and then a cool piece, and then you could do the 2012, 2017, 2022, 2021, and then you could sell the Wonder Woman, the new one.
The old one.
Oh my god. Roland might buy it. That guy would buy anything of yours. That man was wanting to buy Atlas pages, and we're like, dude, we're just showing you previews.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we scanned this one. Yeah, and I mean, the criticism's hard to take. I usually
Gotta be
say,
ready for it.
well, I usually say there's like almost like the I forget what it's called, but they call them the stages of grief. But where like somebody criticizes my work, and I'm like, what do they know? They're idiots. And then I'm in denial, and then I'm like, who are they to criticize my work? And then here comes the anger, and then I'm like, maybe they got a good point. And then I get into acceptance, and so, and even, I mean, sometimes you gotta learn to take criticism and then filter out what you need, because sometimes people will criticize it, and you're like, yeah, I don't think they got it. Like,
Yeah, even me. When we were at Wizard World in St. Louis, I met Steve Geiger, and he gave me some great feedback on B Movie Saga, my pages. But he showed me how he would have drawn one of the panels, and it looked good because I mean, he's a master. He's been drawing for a long time, and but I of course, I didn't say it at the time, but I disagree how he would have drawn it versus how I would have drawn it, which is fine.
yeah,
It's a creative thing, but it wasn't. That guy doesn't know what he's talking about because clearly he does. But it was a man. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with you.
yeah, creative differences are
Yeah.
fine.
But the other stuff he showed me, I was like, why did I not think about that? It's so good.
Yeah.
All right, here's Spike Spiegel.
Man, you crushed that one fast.
Spike Spiegel.
But yeah, I think that's important is listen to criticism, but also know sometimes like you have to have hills you're gonna die on at some time, and that's just where you gotta live. I mean, I love talking to other writers about their storytelling and how they do it. And some people just have a completely different mindset than I do. Oh, Sean Bean killing people instead of dying.
Dude, he almost ran us over.
He was golf carting to Mordor. Looks like Spike was a good choice.
Yeah, Spike was fun.
Fast and Furious.
All right, so what we're doing now, Bishop?
Let's do Bishop. Yeah,
Alright.
that one had a good one.
Okay. Bishop's a cool character. We're gonna do Bishop from the movies.
Oh man, you don't talk bad about Omar Sy.
No, he was a good
awesome
bishop in those movies, man. Bad movies. I gotta decide which bishop I want to do. Let's see. Old school mullet bishop.
Bishop from church. Get out of here.
Yeah, you've done enough damage in here tonight. I need that bishop action figure of Bears. Ooh. I put the Kirby crackle around him.
Yeah. As long as you got the M over his eye.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the few mutants out on Krakoa right now.
Not with Krakoa?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not like against them, but he's just
Yeah.
kind of doing his own thing.
I'm kind of behind on that.
I mean, the 90s cartoon.
90s cartoon bishop is
My fellow Americans.
I am an idiot. Morph. I don't know. I've kind of done a lot of 3/4 turn though. I might do a side view.
Profile.
Yeah.
Been spending most our lives living in a gangster paradise. Dude, I saw
Because I can still get the M on his eye from a side view.
a Buster Rhymes and that guy doing that in a radio station, and it was awesome. They did an acoustic Gangster Paradise. It was great.
Gangster's Paradise. Fit the whole gold team in there,
my
jeez.
It's a
All right, we'll do the blue team.
man. That's like it'll be more dense than my Spider-Verse jam piece. That I got a jam piece. How big is that piece of paper you gave me? Like 32 by 20 or
Big.
something? It's big. It's so big I have to carry it in a frame because I have no other way. But I've cut it into like 32 different blocks for artists all over to just fill with Spider-Verse characters. And I got Scoot to do Spider-Punk, which we did live in the cellar. And then every convention in history got canceled. Coolio, why did I say Buster Rhymes? What is wrong with me?
I thought you meant like he covered it. That's why I didn't say anything.
I just flipped it up. Aaron's keeping me in line, don't you worry.
Moderator Aaron.
Yeah. Listen to Leaders of the New School or something and got switched up. Aaron's over here like Zemo. That song encapsulates the entire African American experience. He's out of line, but he's right. Oh man, I'd have to look up 90s. Let me see. X-Men. Let's see. Who was the original? Oh man, if it's got Cyclops, whichever one has Cyclops, it wins.
Yeah, I gotta refresh who's on it. Archangel was on one of them, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, it looks
On
like
blue
he's on
team?
gold.
On gold team?
Oh, here we go. Blue team versus gold team. Yeah, he's on gold. Because it looks like, by the picture I'm looking at, Colossus, Jean Grey, Storm, Iceman, Archangel, and Bishop are gold.
Yeah.
Psylocke, Wolverine, Psyche, Rogue, Beast are blue team. So I'm going Cyclops because I always do. Fun fact, 90 Cyclops is probably one of my least favorite costumes of his, which is a unpopular opinion, not going for a hot take. I like his white and blue like X Factor one. His Walt Simonson did a very good cover I have of his that I like. Scoot, there you go. There's how you should know the blue team.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
With that
Love those cards. We also remember we had that board game that Bear painted all the figures.
Oh my
Bear,
god.
you remember that, right? The X-Men board game because it had the gold and blue team. I wish you still had that game. Not that the game was great, but those little figures were freaking cool.
Yeah, Aaron, I did a Century. Like, if I ever, man, you'd have to come over here because I can't travel with my Spider-Verse jam piece. But if I ever come across you when I've got that in hand, I'll get you to add a Spider character. I've got a list of them because I just told Scoot to do whatever Spider he wanted, and some artists are cool with that. Like, hey, do whatever Spider totem you want, except any of them that are on there. And then some people don't like that, so I have like a list of them they can choose from.
And I had done a spider punk before, and I really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, Aaron, you did Century, and you gave me a head sketch of Captain Britain, so I still got to do a Captain America and send it to you. It'll take all of my artistic skills and weeks to figure it out, but
We'll get it.
we'll get there. Let's let Scoot do the outline. Yeah, Annie, I don't think we ever played that game by the rules. It's just,
No, we made fun.
it's like when we bought Magic cards back in the day, we just sold fortunes with them.
All right, we're going wavy hair bishop.
I'll take any X-Men costumes over Grant Morrison's new X-Men. That guy, you could say, oh, his Doom Patrol was super fun to read, and new X-Men, the first two complete collections are fun. Sadly, the one, gosh, who drew the second one? I'm blanking on his name. I'm gonna hate myself when I think Steiger. No, not Peter Steigerwald.
Definitely not Peter Steigerwald.
I can't remember who. I don't know why I'm trying to guess it.
Sad bishop.
I'm gonna see who drew it. But Grant Morrison, I'll fight Mark Silvestri. I don't know why I was getting Peter Steigerwald stuck in my head. Dude, so Spider UK is one of my favorites, and so yeah, nobody's done that yet. And I actually want a Spider UK costume. And the only thing is, like, if somebody's like, "Hey, Spider UK, can I get your picture?" I'm just gonna have to nod because my English accent is offensively bad.
What?
So, yeah, and so yeah, that's but you're yeah, but Grant Morrison writes fun comics, but I still think he hates superheroes. Also his book on his book Super Gods, that guy is wild. Good book. Okay, Aaron, I'll put your name next to Spider UK and let you do it. He's such a cool design. I mean, just how he's part of the Captain Britain Corps, and if you read Ten of Swords and the Excalibur book they've been doing with the new X-Men right now, the Captain Britain Corps and then the whole like Avalon and all the Arthurian stuff has been coming in, and it is so weird and magical and so much fun. I love it. Yeah, I'll save that for one day. I'll save a little square. It's like the year's 2032. Brad finally met Aaron. He's drawing Spider UK. I wanted to do a thing where, like, if people had business cards, I could attach it to the back and keep track of everybody who's done pieces. We're just gonna have to go off signatures. Man, you could give him almost as mean a mullet as that guy who was shotgunning a Dr. Pepper at Bear's house that day. Oh, you weren't there. Oh my God. So me, John, and Big Mark were all sitting and talking, and we look over and there's a kid who he's doing the thing I got the shotgun where he pokes the hole in it and downs a Dr. Pepper, which I guess is dumb, but also he's a kid, so at least it was a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
But his mullet.
Do we know this kid?
He's one of Andre's friends. His mullet had an audible yeehaw coming out of it. It was impressive. Yeah. I, it's funny because like it immediately drew three people stare separately, like a gravitational pull. The party was so intense in the back, you couldn't take your eyes off of it. It was something else. It was a schmelby if there ever was one.
A Schmelby. All right, let's put the M over his eye. Let's make him look like Bishop.
Oh, I'm glad you've been reading. Ten of Swords was so good, man. And yeah, like the last time we heard the Captain Britain Corps was, gosh, I think Jason Aaron taking a swipe at him not being fun, and I was like, how's Captain Britain not fun? He's like chosen by Merlin, and they police the Omniverse, and they live in the Citadel. Like it's a super cool concept, and then they used him a little bit. Hickman used him at the end of his New Avengers run because he, like the multiverse was collapsing, and so Brian was the Captain Britain. I guess 616 Captain Britain was helping try to stop the incursions and the collapse of the multiverse, and I think he saw eternity wrapped in chains and like by the Beyonders, and it drove him mad. It was really fun. Oh yeah, Annie, that kid in Gatlinburg, but worse. Yeah, I don't get why Captain Brittany's awesome. I mean, like right now, I love that Betsy is Captain Britain. Also, like that she's not a white chick whose soul's in an Asian chick anymore. But her Captain Britain outfit's awesome. And then he's Captain Avalon right now, and he's super cool. And then their crazy brother, I forget his name, is King of Avalon. It's just weird and so much fun. Yeah, you have to do it. It's like yeah, so like Captain Britain. No, he's a fun character. I just feel like people are, I don't know, maybe just for a while nobody knew how to write him. Like you just didn't have a good writer. Now not Hickman. Gosh, who's writing Excalibur right now? Excalibur, X-Men. The whoever's writing it right now has been very fun. Because like the team of like Captain Britain and Jubilee with Shogo and Gambit and Rogue being married is super fun, and then them working with Apocalypse is just really a fun mix of like magic and kind of where the X-Men, like so many people, like Iron Man used to always be tech, Spidey had a lot of tech people, and you had all that kind of stuff where everybody had a lane, and X-Men just did whatever they felt like, and it made for a lot of really fun. Teeny Howard, I'm sure who that is. Like I mean, I don't know who they are, like what else they've done, but very very fun stuff. Yeah, I think there's people. It's sort of like I'll defend Hank Pym until the sun sets for the last time, and for so long, all everybody wrote is, "Oh, he hit Janet. Oh, he hit Janet. Oh, he's a wife beater." And like, first of all, yes, he hit Janet, but he was
She deserved it.
he was. Well, no, I did not say that. We're not that deep in the South, but he was psychotic at the time, and he had all this stuff that made it like an accident. But then you got like Iron Man who gets drunk and murders people, and we all just forgive him. But then like they always crucify Hank Pym, and that's why the Secret Empire that Nick Spencer did, I wasn't a fan of it. Hopefully, it didn't work for me. Is what I say. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It didn't work for me. But the issue where Ultron Pym forced both sides of the Avengers to sit down, and he basically went on a rant of how they don't respect him anymore, even though he's like the founding member of the Avengers and all that, was exceptional. Because they're like, basically they damn him for one bad act when he's done all these other things that are just great. Like founded the Avengers Academy and kept 5 or 6 people from becoming supervillains, but all they remember is that in one bad lapse of judgment, he hit a woman. And you're like, yeah, it's kind of good. Like my my writing crush, Christos Gage, wrote Avengers Academy, and he wrote the Mighty Avengers. And there was a great scene where Janet was talking to Hank, and she was basically giving an out. She was like, "Hey, I know that the Skrulls had taken people over. You know, if maybe it was the Skrull who hit me," and Hank was like, "No, I wish I could say that, but it was me, and I have to live with it." It was a really great moment where you had a perfect out to just get rid of that storyline and never have to worry about it. You're like, yeah, the Skrull is the one who hit Janet, but instead he made him live up to the consequences and continue on with his life and try to be better because of it.
This is a lot for his character.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's more fun. It's instead of what we were talking about it yesterday was retcon is such a negative word, and it's addition by subtraction, where people are like, I'm gonna take this away, and we need another word for when people do something like Hickman did with Myra X, where it's addition by addition. He takes everything you had, and he doesn't take away from anything that you remember from your childhood or you remember from your favorite runs. But he's like, guess what was happening at the same time? He adds to it, and that's what they did. And it's not the same old story every time Hank Pym shows up. Oh, he's crazy and he goes psychotic and no. It's just like you have to build characters up. Hey, Twister Girl 89. I feel like
Do we know you or not?
your picture's tiny.
Your picture's tiny. I can't tell. If we know you, awesome. Let's know who you are. If we don't know you, awesomer.
Yeah. Oh, Amanda.
Oh, hey, Amanda. Still awesome.
Yeah. Glad to have you. Yeah, I think some people and then there's some people like Captain Britain. Maybe he never needs his own solo comic, because some people don't work in a solo setting. Some people are better support characters. Like Cyclops, I think, is better in a team book. I don't granted, I own every issue of his solo stuff. I've read them all, but they're usually not as interesting as him working with a team, him trying to lead a team. Same things with James Rhodes. I own all the War Machine stuff. I own the Iron Patriot series that him and Gary Brown did. Fun stuff. Alex Cott, I think, wrote it. Great stuff. I mean, I enjoy it, but I think he works better as playing the straight man against Tony's kind of wild and craziness. And so maybe that's like people try to write a Captain Britain story, and you're like, this isn't what it should be. But then you bring someone else in and get into the multiverse with them that way, and you can have a better better story. Yeah, revamp's a pretty good word. Oh, is Sean and Aaron over there? The newly engaged.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. You're the best.
Yeah. You guys were like, oh, dinner and a movie. And I'm like, nope, dinner and a stream. I'm sure Sean's over here like, I've got something to say because I've known Sean for Christ, 20 years now, probably close to. We started hanging out and maybe not that long, maybe about 15 years at least. And he's had a few consistent things in his life. He's always liked professional wrestling. Mm-hmm. He's always done some form of martial arts and always been aggressively nerdy. Whether it was Final Fantasy or D&D or Magic.
And it's always been 100% sexy.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, if you did, I think you could do like the Captain Britain core. I think you could even do that fun is an anthology, even if it was just like, if you were to do like one of those cool things for like 2 months, you just do like a weekly book, and you have one writer who writes it, and then you have a different artist, and you follow a different member of the Captain Britain Corps on a different multiverse, and then kind of bring them all together. That would be awesome. That's what I need to pitch to Marvel. Like, it would be. I'd have to get somebody's help because, he's British, and I'm not. But it would be super fun. Like you don't need to just you literally it's kind of when you have a multiverse, why would you limit yourself? It's like Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse was so fun because I mean like gosh, what is his name? It's the cowboy Spider-Man, but him and his horse have the rider sense where they can talk to each other because it's like there's a horse and a man who shoots a gun wearing a Spider-Man mask. This is wild and over the top, and it's like when people do Captain Britain, they always just limit themselves. Like you have the multiverse, do whatever you want. Oh man, that's actually, I mean, stuff like that I think would be super fun, and Marvel does as much as I like ongoing series. Like last couple of years back now, they did a Defenders mini series called The Best Offense or The Best Defense, and it was just I think it was like an alpha issue, 4 standalone issues, and then an Omega issue, and it was incredible. Loved it, and I think you could do that because it brought the Defenders back into the modern world to where we're getting another series soon, and you could do that especially with what Hickman's doing. You could do a Captain Britain series easy. The Captain Britain Corps be so easy, and you know appeal to more of the people than just Captain America.
All right, I think Bishop is done. Bishop.
Here to almost 2 hours and knocked out what 4 of those things?
4? Yeah, 4. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably call it there as far as drawing. So let's see the people now. Because I've been head down the whole time, but you guys sound like you've been having a good conversation. So
Weston Sanderlin has a question for you.
oh, hey Weston, what's up?
Do I know Weston?
No, I work with him.
Oh, okay. Hey, TJ.
Super cool guy.
TJ, when are you gonna throw some more music up on Spotify? I can only dance nude to your song so many times. We gotta get that internet fixed, Corey. We can't have you not in this chat.
Yeah.
It's not right.
I miss you, buddy.
That Iowa internet sucks.
Yeah.
It's like a turtle without a shell, buddy.
But these sketch cards will be coming to you soon, buddy. We got one left.
Yeah, people.
One left.
Like and subscribe. We're gonna get them to 1,000, so
That way I can ask for money.
so that way we can put up a super chat and it 250 the dab.
Yes. Promises. Ugh, the dab. I saw somebody came into work wearing a shirt. It was like a spaceman dabbing. I just wanted to throat punch him.
But he can only do that on OnlyFans. So what you doing now? Staring at the screen, looking pensive.
I'm looking at the comments.
Oh,
I haven't really read them the whole time, so I've just been listening to you guys talk about X-Men, which I thoroughly enjoy.
And Captain Iowa.
And Captain Iowa, yeah.
that's gonna be first Captain Britain core issue. Captain Britain lands in a multiverse where Captain Iowa exists, but not Captain America.
That's the world I want to live in.
I'll throw punch myself at 250.
I'll throw a punch myself at 150. Let's do this.
We can't get into that because I don't think what do they call them, trash streams, where I just like debase myself.
Yeah.
For money? Gosh.
It's definitely I'm sure you've all had those conversations where it's, how far would you go for $1 million?
Would you do it? Yeah, or you see people like, would you slap your brother for $250,000? Like,
I'd slap him for $1 right now.
Somebody comes and say, here's 50 to slap Scooter. I'm like, it'd be NWA, reach back like a pimp and slap a hoe. Like,
Annie, please design Captain Iowa. I want to see this.
Captain Iowa with mandalas in it.
Yes, with mandalas. Captain Iowa with mandalas.
with mandibles.
That's your homework for the week.
All right, and then we've got a plot line going for Captain Iowa. Once Corey catches up, he may not be. He may be impressed. I don't know.
He's not really lagging. He's like, get up, picking on me.
The man's in the corner crying somewhere.
We're probably all lucky he's lagging. He'd just be roasting us all.
Yeah,
Wait for the next Shard Starnes package to come in.
that's great. So Corey sent me a package. I don't even remember what was in it was Brad's Christmas present actually. And he sent it to me, and instead of saying Scoot Stars on it, it said Shark Stars. And Ashley texts me, and she goes, I don't know who this person is. And all I couldn't even get off the floor at work. I was laughing so
No,
She sent it
in
in
a
a
text.
family
text, a family group text. Who is Shark Stars?
Sharks.
And then Scoot sends me in a separate text, it's Corey. And
And Brad's like, it makes sense.
yeah.
Man. Okay. All right. Well, it's been about 2 hours. Thanks for everybody that stopped by and hung out with Brad.
I'm glad I could join in this
Let
time.
me move so people can see you. You can wave. You want to wave?
Hi, everybody.
So she'll join us when she can join us. She's having a
Yeah.
good day, feeling good today.
I am.
And I'm glad you guys all got to talk with Brad for a long time while I just drew pictures. So we'll do it again next
And
week.
Annie, get to Captain Iowa. I'm serious.
Captain Iowa.
I want to see it.
That's probably going to be the last sketch card is Captain Iowa. So
Yes.
we'll make Corey ink that. So, but yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us. All you guys that stopped by, and if any of you tuned in and didn't say anything in the chat, next time,
Speak up.
speak up. We like to talk to the people. We like to see the people, like Dave Grohl at a Foo Fighters concert. Light him
Yeah.
up. I want to see the people.
Next time we'll get John to start talking about his TIE pilot or something. We'll talk about anything nerdy.
Yeah, we will talk about anything nerdy. But yeah, well, again, we didn't do one technically last week. We did this one, but we had a party last night, a retro video game party, so we couldn't do it last night. But yep, we'll do another one next week or whatever my next day off is. We'll see. We'll have Brad out. He's always making the trek, so if you guys want to throw some money at Brad's PayPal for gas and get him out here.
Throw all of it at Scoot. He needs
Yeah.
to quit his job.
Quit your job, chase your dreams. So it's true. When you get a job, I'll be able to quit mine. So.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Smash the subscribe button,
We're up to
hit
9
the
likes.
like button,
We're at the most views we've had.
all
on
that
it.
stuff that all that stuff that people on YouTube say, to try to get famous. Not that we want to be famous, we just want to draw pictures. Hey man, if I quit, you'd be the next person in line to have my job. So cool. Hey Dwayne, you bought pickups from Dave Grohl's Guitar Tech? That's super cool.
Man, I miss hanging out on Tuesdays and Fridays and you guys
Yeah,
playing
me
guitar
too.
together.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yep. Maybe next week we'll intro with an acoustic performance. So. All right. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for. Gotta find my button here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks.